morning, boys and girls. I thought it would be fitting to do a lesson for you in the classroom so you feel like you're back where you belong. Today's first lesson is going to be about fractions. Now, I love fractions, boys and girls. It's something we use a lot, even if we don't realize we're using it. So how I'm going to explain fractions to you is, right, Daddy comes home with a delicious pizza, okay? And he says to you, you and your brother can share the pizza. Now, would you think it would be fair if your brother cut the pizza like that and you got that bit and he got that bit? No, it would not be fair. You would not be happy campers. So, what we are doing is you would share it quite equally down the middle. So you had a hole, one hole before we cut it. So that is one hole, and we can either write it like that or we write it over one piece of one. Then I cut it down the middle, and now I have got two pieces. So I have got two halves, and we would write halves like that or half like that, and I would represent it as one piece of two if I was talking about the one half. Then we can also divide it. Maybe you've got two siblings and Dad says you've all three got a share. Now then, I would try and go carefully and I would try and cut it into three of the same size pieces. So we would call one piece of that 1/3. So you would each get 1/3. And if I was going to write it as a symbol, I would write one piece of 3. Maybe your brother decides to give you his piece as well, and you would have 2/3. And then you would write it as 2 pieces of 3. Now another way, just as a final way to introduce it, is you could divide it into quarters. Now quarters would be, oh, I'm not on pen. Quarters would be 4 equal pieces. And that would be a quarter, that would be a quarter, that and that. So we would write it as 1/4. And I would represent it as a symbol as 1 piece of 4. Now we'll stop there for today on those. So we have got a whole, we've got half, a third, and a quarter. You would have had an introduction to this in grade 2, but I'm just refreshing your memories. Boys and girls, what you need to remember about fractions, and I love catching my kids out on this, is the bigger the number, actually the smaller the piece that you are going to get. So if mommy tries to trick you and says for your pizza, she says you can either have 1/2 or 1/4, or you can have 1/20. And you start getting all excited because 20 is such a big number. But if I had to divide my pizza into 20s, I would go quarters, then I would go into 8s, then I would go into 16s. So can you see, as my numbers are getting bigger, my pieces are getting smaller. So don't fall for that, boys and girls. So the smaller the number at the bottom, the bigger the piece. We'll carry on tomorrow. I put in a slide for you to just see how you go, and let me know if you have any problems.